Alright, Spicy Decks of the Week, where we look at all the cool, crazy decks that had success either in tournament or at the King of Games level or reaching King of Games. This week we have a number of decks that are from the most recent box that just came out, starting off with E-Heroes. Of course, we got a new skill as well with Hero Alliance. It allows us to normal summon Elemental Hero Neos without tributing at all, and when you do normal summon Elemental Hero Neos, once per duel, you can discard a card from your hand, and then add from outside of your deck to your hand a number of different fusion cards, or add the Super Poly from your deck to your hand. So really powerful for getting your fusion plays going. You're able to then immediately fuse right away without a polymerization or miracle fusion. Get your Liquid Soldier effect off so you can draw 2, discard 1, and then usually you're going to be able to bring out Elemental Hero Sunrise really quickly, which is going to let you search your deck for another Miracle Fusion, so that you can then fusion summon again. Then you have Neos Fusion to top it off, so you have a ton of ways to just put out a bunch of damage on one turn, where you can very easily just throw down 3 big old Elemental Hero fusion monsters, or E-Hero monsters in general, and just be able to just slam your opponent's face. You can also then search for Super Polymerization, which is obviously great for being able to use on your opponent's monster, since we do have a lot of E-Heroes in our extra deck, which are just attribute based, so you can then Super Poly off with almost any of your opponent's monsters into that, which also makes Super Poly a great defense card to set turn 1, when you can literally just like just have it set and then just Super Poly off with whatever monster your opponent summons, and they just can't react to it whatsoever. So of course the Liquid Soldier effect's also great for being able to draw into your other back row cards, and we don't have any XYZs in this particular deck, but Liquid Soldier's other effect to bring back a E-Hero from your grave and then go into an XYZ play is also really strong, so you can run Malevolence in or something else in here as well. So getting into the actual deck, we have the Hero Alliance as our skill, 2 Elemental Hero Stratos, 3 Elemental Hero Liquid Soldier, 2 Elemental Hero Blazeman, 1 White Princess, 1 Bacon Saver, 3 Neos, 1 Super Poly, 3 Book of Moon, 2 Miracle Fusion, 2 Neos Fusion, 1 Polymerization, 1 Treacherous Trap Hole. I've seen some players go with closer to a 30 card version of the deck, but other players are playing closer to 20 cards like this one. In the extra deck, we have the 1 E-Hero Shining, 1 Great Tornado, 1 Nova Master, 2 Sunrise, 1 Brave Neos, and the 1 Escurideo to finish out the extra deck. Next up, we have a Sacred Beast deck. Now, this deck also got a new skill, Devoured by Sacred Beasts. It basically lets you return any of your 0 attack point monsters in your deck to add a Sacred Beast from your deck to hand, so you pretty much can always guarantee that you have one in your hand. Also, you can fill up your graveyard with a bunch of trap cards, so that you can get Uria's attack points up as well. We have a lot of ways to summon these Sacred Beasts also. Chaos Summoning Beast is going to allow to special summon them from our hand. You can also summon them with Dark Summoning Beast directly from the deck. Dark Beckoning Beast is going to just search these cards out from your deck to your hand as well. So you have a lot of ways to be able to get to these to get to the Phantasm monsters and be able to summon the Sacred Beast monsters and be able to summon them without bypassing having to tribute off multiple monsters. So we also get to add a Fallen Paradise field spell to our deck, and we have an easy way to search it out to with the Chaos Summoning Beast. So you'll be able to get that out to the board, make it more difficult for your opponent to deal with your Phantasm monsters. And through all that, you still have enough room in your extra deck for the staple cards, right? Like MST and trap cards and things like that. So Devoured by the Sacred Beast is the skill. We have 1 Hammond, Lord of Striking Thunder, 1 Ravia, Lord of Phantasms, 1 Uria, the Lord of Searing Flames, and then 3 Dark Beckoning Beast, 3 Chaos Summoning Beast, 1 Dark Summoning Beast, 1 Ogre of Scarlet Sorrow, 3 MST, 2 Book of Moon, 2 Forbidden Lance, 2 Fiendish Chain, and then you have the 1 Armatiel of Chaos Phantasm in the extra deck, 1 Dark Rebellion XYZ Dragon, 1 Utopia, 1 Malevolent Sin, 1 Sealswarm Roach, 1 Gachi Gachi Gentetsu, and 1 Sylvan Princess Sprite, rounding out the extra deck for Sacred Beasts. Next up, we have Warrock, and when this deck came out a few months back in the TCG, or probably a year ago now, so in the TCG, this deck just screamed Duel Links to me, right? Like, it didn't seem like it was very strong to be a TCG or a modern, a physical card game deck, but it just really looked like a deck that was just made for Duel Links. They have a number of effects in this deck that activate during the battle phase here. We have a number of ways to give ourselves attack boosts with these effects. It just felt like a Duel Links deck, right? So Destiny Draw is the basic skill here. All of our Warrocks are easy to summon to the board. We have numerous ways to special summon things to the field. Fortia and a lot of these other monsters, when they're destroyed, they get to special summon a level 5 or higher Warrock from your deck or hand to the board. In addition to that, whenever you, like I said, numerous of them have ways to get to the field. When you normal summon with a Gakdos, you can special summon it from your hand. So you have a number of ways to be able to get these to the board. Warrock Mahmood can normal summon itself without a tribute if you don't have anything on the field. So it's very easy to be able to get your Warrocks to the field in numbers, have several of them on the board, and that's important because you need to be able to keep them on the field for Warrock Dignity. Warrock Dignity will allow you to negate an opponent's monster's effect, or if it's during the battle phase, you can negate anything on their turn, spell, trap, or monster effect. So it's a way to negate things like Drowning Mirror Force, other battle trap cards, but really important just to be able to negate your opponent's monster's effect, because when you can keep a Warrock or multiple Warrock monsters on the board, and you have the Warrock Mountain to help protect them, as well as Dignity, Treacherous Trap Hole, Book of Moon, or other back rows to protect yourselves, and Cosmic taking care of your opponent's back row. This deck can actually be intimidating at times. It's not the best deck, but it's definitely a fairly competent deck. It's mostly level 4 as well, so you do have access to the rank 4 engine on top of that. So a number of cool things going here for the Warrock deck. As I mentioned, Destiny Draw is our skill, and we have one Warrock Meteor Dragon in the deck, 3 Fortia, 3 Warrock Gakdos, 2 Warrock Wento, and then 1 Warrock Mahmood, 1 Monster Reborn, 3 Cosmic Cyclone, 1 Warrock Mountain, 2 Warrock Dignity, 1 Warrock Spirit, and then 2 Treacherous Trap Hole. Our extra deck is 1 Heroic Champion Excalibur, 1 Abyss Dweller, 1 Utopia Ray, 1 Normal Utopia, 1 Daigusto Emerald, 1 Malevolent Sim, and then the Steel Swarm Roach. Again, pretty basic level 4 XYZ package. And speaking of level 4 XYZ package, we have another one here. So this is an Elemental Hero E-Hero deck, and I'm really excited with all the different ways that we can now use Elemental Heroes with all the new cards and skills that we've gotten out recently. And this is another great example of that. So our skill is the power leads to destiny. The main thing with this is that you get to reveal a Dark Calling in your hand, and then you get to fill up your graveyard with a bunch of E-Hero monsters, so you have free material for the Dark Calling effect to go off. Also, though, if you have a Super Poly in hand, you can alternatively reveal the Super Poly in hand with your skill instead of the Dark Calling, and it allows you to put a Evil Hero Malicious Bane in your extra deck. And this allows you to give you a great Super Poly target for a high level attack monster that can't be destroyed by battle or by card effects, can blow up monsters on the field, and itself has 3,000 attack points. So a really cool skill here that's going to allow you to use E-Heroes very easily. And what's cool about the skill is also that the skill will trigger even if you have Elemental Heroes in your deck, right? You're not just limited to using E-Heroes. Evil Heroes rather. You can also use Elemental Heroes, so you can still use the Stratos, the Super Soldier, that sort of basic XYZ engine that we saw in a number of E-Hero decks before. Super Solid Soldier is going to allow you to special summon the Stratos to the board. You got to search your deck out, and then you go for an XYZ play. We can also add Liquid Soldiers to that mix now, where of course you can normal summon the Liquid Soldier, bring back your E-Heroes from the graveyard, trigger effects, and then go for an XYZ play. So really cool that we're able to do that, and then still have room for those generic back row cards. So our skill is the power leads to destiny. We have 2 Evil Hero Adusted Gold. That's going to let you search out your Dark Calling from the deck. We have 3 Elemental Hero Stratos, 2 Elemental Hero Liquid Soldier, 2 Elemental Hero Solid Soldier, 1 Elemental Hero Bubble Man, 1 Super Poly, 2 MST, 3 Book of Moon, 2 Dark Calling, 1 Enemy Controller, 1 Treacherous Trap Hole, and then in the extra deck we have 2 Evil Hero Malicious Fiends, 1 Dark Rebellion XYZ Dragon, 1 Heroic Champion Excalibur, 1 Abyss Dweller, 1 Sealstorm Roach, and 1 Diamond Dire Wolf, rounding out this Evil Hero Elemental Hero deck. So again, a lot of really cool decks this week. I'm excited to see a number of these different E-Hero Elemental Hero decks go, and people continue to build them, continue to optimize them. I have an E-Hero video coming out later this week, probably on Wednesday, showcasing the Hero Line skill, but I definitely want to do several other Hero decks with some of the new cards and skills that have come out lately. So let me know which ones or which decks you guys want me to see do a full video on. I'll definitely be sure to do some deck profiles on these. Anyways, you guys have a wonderful rest of the day.